First part of getting this thing done is, of course, getting it jacked. Got a jack point right up underneath here. Got a piece of wood to keep my my jack from breaking the undercoating or popping the paint. So just a little 1x4, 1x3, something like that. Got popper lug nuts off. This one's busted. It's been like that for years. Some guys who put on a set of tires before these tires over-torqued that bolt. And then when I went to put on my snows the following winter, about 9 months later, bang, it just barely touched it and snapped. This dude came off. So, yeah, don't over-torque. You can pop these. It's not too hard to replace that, but I don't drive this car much, so I've not been too worried about it. But anyway, got to get it jacked up, get these loosened and the wheels off. Let's get that done. Alrighty, wheel off. That didn't take very long. Got that sitting over there. Hopefully with the light coming into the garage this way, once I get underneath here, we should be able to see what's going on. But I got to jack it up a little bit more. And the oil filter fits right back up underneath here. That's where we're heading. Alright, that's the next step, is to get underneath here. Hang on, Bet. Be right there. Alright, so here we are underneath. And this is our oil filter right there. And as you can see, if you come in here, not particularly easy to get into this thing. Alright, and the last time I took this car and had this done, because it's not easy to get your hand in here to tighten and loosen this thing, the guys never got it tight. And I would notice a little bit of a drip, and I'd like, well, you know, hey, the car's getting older. I finally got tired of it, went crawling under here, and you know, in an effort to do my own oil filter change. And that's when you realize that the guys never actually went and got the final twist on this thing. So it was just barely on there. I'm lucky that those guys didn't leave me stranded somewhere. But what we've got to do in order to get our hand up in there, I mean, if you got a tiny hand at all, maybe you could do it, but I've got kind of, not like I got big hands. I just got long arms, long fingers, and it's real awkward to get up in there. So down here, if we can get a look at it, kind of a screw bolt. Let's see here, screw bolt right there. There's a series of them along through here. This entire panel, just a little flexible piece of plastic. We're going to pull this thing out so that we can get access to that. And then once we got access, we'll get that bad boy out. Alright, and there we are with the panel out of the way. It just kind of, it's got kind of a peg on the outside. Got back in that direction. It's not a screw, it's just a little peg. I don't need to undo that part. Just enough to get this thing out of the way. Anyway, there we go. We got access to it now. And I got to get a little pan under here. Notice that there's no pan. You know it's going to drip. I don't want to make too big a mess. Piss my wife off. So let me get that in place. I'm going to stuff my hand up there and loosen it. I can't do that while holding the camera, but that'll be next. Hang on. Okay, pan in place. This filter, let's see if I can't get this unscrewed. Where is it? It's right there. Alright, let's see if I can watch what I'm doing and film at the same time. Alright, I had to put the camera down there for just a second. I needed the torque of both hands to get it started. It's now loose. So, let's finish getting it off there. Nice, we almost missed the pan. Not quite. We made it. What kind of oil filter I had on here last time? Did I go cheap or did I get a decent one? Alright, what did I use in here? I used a Purelator. I assume you can see that. Purelator Classic. It was cheap. I went with a cheap one. Alright, well anyway, that guy gets to sit over there. That guy can drip out for a while. Alright, I gotta get up there. I gotta clean that flange a little bit. Then we'll put the new one on. And there we go. Wiped off a little bit. And I'm going to go with Pure Later 1. This is like a step up from the other one that I did. So I got like 100,000 miles. We're almost there on this guy. I sure don't want it to tear up on me, so thought I don't do my oil changes often enough, so at least I could give it a decent filter. But anyway, that bad boy. Put a little film of oil on that guy right there, and then just twist it on. Hang on a second. Be right with you. Okay, let's get this thing on there. Okay, we're bottomed out, and then what does it tell us to do? You guys can look at that. I'll read the instructions. Nice, they don't actually tell us on the box. Maybe set it on there. We're going to try and keep track of about at least half to 3/4 of a turn. So this guy's got a reverse position plus a little bit maybe. Alright, I'm a righty. Let me switch hands here. Oh man, what the heck? Quarter turn. Man. Okay, that's about as much as I can do. Alright, let's get back to putting the panels in place. Get some oil in this car. Hang on. Alright, so I figure I'm certainly going to do more oil changes, right? So these bolts that hold that little plastic panel on, they're a bit on the tight side. Actually, they were really tight. So I'm going to put a little grease on them when I reinstall them. Alright, so we're all set. Got a little grease on them. There's 1, 2. Whoa, back over here, number 3. Alright, just 10 millimeters. Not too terribly tight. 10 millimeters is kind of small. I just kind of hand tight these guys. And that's it. Get that wheel back on. We're about done. Alright, I just noticed something. Alright, see this guy right here? This little pin right there. Alright, kind of a pin. It's not actually a screw. It's just kind of a little pin, a little plastic pin. That fits back in here. But I would have had something right there, and right there. Whoa, there it is. All right, let's watch it, get our video right. All right. And if you look at this, there was something there. You can see a little circle around that one. And this guy had a little bit of a circle around it. So anyway, somebody took this thing apart and did it the right way at some point in time and then never put this stuff back. So, contractors, they always do half-ass job. Like, look back here. I'm sure it was these things right here. There's one there, there's one down here, got one right there. I've got to get the wheel back on, which is focus. There we go, right there. Filter and pan, a little grease for the screws, and the tools that were necessary. Didn't actually use that one, never mind that. Just a little teeny wrench, 10 millimeter. A little hand strength on the oil filter, and of course whatever it takes to get the lug nuts off. Okay, got the lug nuts on. Snug but not tight. Let's drop the car down here. There we go, and down it goes. Get the foot out of the way. Not that it was going to get squashed, but get the jack out of the way over there. Jack out. Get my board out. And outside of tightening those lug nuts up, we're done. Don't forget your oil. You just took out a little teeny portion of a quart. Those are tiny oil filters, but hey, you still took it out.